Hey everybody, welcome to my new Planet Zoo project, Life After People, where I will be using the diorama mode to build single habitats with a sort of post-apocalyptic slash what would happen if people disappeared and nature started to reclaim the earth. But before we get into the rest of the video, let's get a quick word from today's sponsor, which is me. Or more specifically, my Ko-fi page. Since I create content on multiple platforms, I wanted one singular place where folks can support me monetarily should they choose to. And for that, I have chosen Ko-fi. You can make one-time donations, which 100% of your money goes to me, or you could choose a monthly membership, which 95% of your support goes to me. If you choose a monthly membership, depending on the tier you choose, there are different benefits you'll receive, such as behind the scenes content, shout out for new members, and your name displayed at the end of videos and live streams, as well as a special Discord role in our Discord server. So if you enjoy my videos or my live streams and are interested in supporting me, please consider using Ko-fi. You can find my page at kofi.com/8bitjosh. The link to that is always in the description below. This is something I've kind of been mulling over for a while, kind of keeping under wraps, but I'm ready to finally get it out there. So what is this new series gonna be? It's gonna be a series of post-apocalyptic scenes using the new diorama mode in Planet Zoo. And I'm just gonna create a bunch of different habitats using, kind of giving them a post-apocalyptic look to all of the habitats. I thought it would be kind of fun and kind of different. If you follow me on Twitch or have followed me on this channel at any time in the past, you know that I like to do things different from what a lot of other people are doing. I said this before, like doing the sort of realistic zoo doesn't really intrigue me anymore. My very first zoo project, Wildlife World, was kind of a realistic zoo series. Then I went on, I did Aurora Zoo, which was an Arctic zoo, and then the zoo I was just talking about is called Meridian Springs, which is themed or heavily inspired by the Horizon Zero Dawn game and a little bit of Horizon Forbidden West as well. If you're familiar with Horizon Zero Dawn, there's an area in that game called Meridian, and that's what that zoo is inspired by. And actually, it kind of inspired this new series as well, because I like, kind of the post-apocalyptic setting. Like Fallout franchise is one of my favorite video game franchises. And, the thing about doing the Horizon Zero Dawn themed zoo, that specifically the area that I was working in, is there's not actually a lot of like ruined buildings in that part of the game. And so I was like, I kind of want to kind of focus on that a little bit. So I was like, why not do a post-apocalyptic series and just do, instead of making it like a whole zoo, I'll just do a collection of habitats using the new diorama mode. And I thought that was a kind of, it at least sounded fun to me. Hopefully all of you will dig it as well. I kind of talked about this before, is like, one of the reasons I decided to do like single habitats and using the diorama mode is I've done like 3 huge zoos since Planet Zoo has been out. In fact, it's pretty much the only 3 projects I've done. I've had like a couple other smaller projects here or there, but overall, like in each one of those 3 projects took a year or more. Like Meridian Springs is, I'd say like a year and a half in the making. So I was like, this will allow me some creative freedom to do some different things and not have to worry about trying to set up and design a whole zoo. I could just do these individual habitats. The diorama mode is new, so I figured that would be a cool way to show that off as well, in case you haven't seen it. But yeah, so this first habitat, which is just a like a ruined kind of like skyscraper high rise kind of building. And actually this one I did use an area in Horizon Zero Dawn as inspiration. I wasn't trying to recreate it, but it was definitely inspired by an area in that game. If you've played it, there's an area called Devil's Grief, and I won't say any more than that because it's kind of a spoiler to say where that is. But yeah, that's kind of what I used as inspiration for this one. So still kind of leaning on the Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit, but as we get more into this series, it'll definitely be, you know, branching out into other things. You know, I mentioned the Fallout franchise being one of my favorite series, so I'm sure I'll probably do some sort of, you know, scene from or inspired by those games as well. But the cool thing about this build specifically is trying to make a sort of crumbled, like falling apart high-rise skyscraper building is like, all right, you know how kind of buildings look, they're kind of squarish, maybe rectangle-ish, but what do they look like after, you know, a few hundred years of them just decaying and falling apart and like being destroyed by the weather and all that stuff without, you know, people to for the upkeep? It's like, what do the guts of a building look like? And I'll admit, I don't really know. I'm not an architect, so I tried to do my best to kind of make things that at least in my mind kind of made sense a little bit. Again, I was actually going off of a picture from Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit, so I was trying to like recreate some of the stuff I was seeing in that picture. But yeah, this was definitely like, you know, like how was I gonna make the like concrete pillars look like they're like leaning and bending and kind of on the verge of crumbling, or they already have crumbled and broken off. And so that was a fun challenge for this one. The other cool thing is being able to go crazy with all of the decals that we have. There's like the ones that make it look like there's like the exposed brick or stone underneath. There's like the grunge decals that make things look really like dirty and grimy. In this one I used, there's a moss decal. I used like the default green color, and then I took the same moss decal and made it sort of like a dark, like dirty brown color, and used that and kind of layered all that stuff on top. So tried to make things look like they're, you know, in disrepair, falling apart. I think I did a pretty good job. Again, this is the first one in the series, and I'm going to be doing a whole lot more. This is going to be my new Planet Zoo project for the foreseeable future. Yeah, so yeah, this is going to be for the Bengal tiger, because I was just like, another reason I did the tigers in this, inspired by the area in Horizon Zero Dawn. There's a certain machine that lives in that area, and that machine is kind of sort of based off of a tiger, so that's why I went with that. So that was a lot of fun. The other cool thing will be trying to figure out, like, as we go on in this series, like which animals will go good with, you know, whatever scene I you know, decide to come up with. So kind of trying to match the animal with the scene, I think would be really cool. You know, and the other thing too is like, yeah, the buildings are like falling apart and crumbling. They're also kind of being reclaimed by nature a little bit. So we'll see as we like kind of get into the real-time gameplay. Like I added like tons of like plants and trees that look like they're kind of been over time like growing up around the pillars, and you know, that all around like the ground around it. I do like a little like kind of crumbly road, like broken pipes with water shooting out of them, things like that. That was a lot of fun to kind of come up with that stuff. So hopefully it paid off. Hopefully you like it. Here's here's me getting the road going. I had to put the little Jeep there just to kind of get a sense of the scale for the road. I wanted to make sure that it was as close to scale, or at least to the game scale of the game anyway. Here I was just trying to make sure I got the spacing on the lines right. But yeah, I think this just about does it for the time lapse. So let's go ahead and jump in and we'll take a look at the completed Bengal tiger habitat. Okay, and here is the completed diorama, and I set the time to like very early morning hours. Kind of gives it this cool sort of post-apocalyptic like orange glow, which I kind of liked. But yeah, like I really like the way this came out. It gets me really excited for the rest of this series. You know, it's, at least I think it's different. I don't know if anyone else has done this, but I've never done it, so it's new to me. But you know what, let's go ahead and we'll make it like midday just so we can kind of see everything more clearly. Yeah, so here's like the kind of like crumbled road. I did like, it's kind of broken up, and got some like pipes and like water pipes, some water kind of sticking out. Did the same thing over here. Love watching them scratch on the trees and stuff. Did the same thing over here. Did another like kind of broken road. Here's the billboard that was at the beginning of the time lapse, which I really like. I like how the billboard turned out. But yeah, so like I said, it's just a kind of a ruined skyscraper. You know, it's who knows how many hundreds of years later. You can see it's being reclaimed by nature. I like this little bit too, like kind of like little sinkhole thing here. But the tigers can cross over this log. Does this guy might be coming over? Maybe. There we go. I put one of these like little sleeping things here, although that was quick. I didn't want to stay there very long. Are you gonna go over the thing? I think you are. Yeah, there you go. Nice. But yeah, that's just, I think that's cool to watch them like just walk across the log there to the other side. They got to get over the sinkhole, you know. But yeah, so they got like a little spot here for them to sleep on. This is the only thing that I really kind of, that doesn't kind of fit, I guess, with the post-apocalyptic theme. Like they have another bed over here, which is literally just, you know, the sleeping mats on part of the concrete. But yeah, this is the post-apocalyptic tiger ruins. See the little gate there. I don't remember, I don't think I said this in the time lapse, but this is up on the Steam Workshop. Another thing I'm going to do with this project, this post-apocalyptic project, is each diorama is going to go up on the Steam Workshop. So if you want to download it and check it out yourself, maybe see how I, you know, kind of built some of the ruins, you can download it and dissect it and take a look at it for yourself. The link to my Steam Workshop is always in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. Besides recording these videos, I also live stream every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. I simulcast on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so you can watch on whichever platform you prefer. You know, my schedule is kind of like, it's not really like the games I play aren't really set in stone. I haven't been playing Planet Zoo as much just because I've been working on this new project. But yeah, so if you ever want to hang out with us while we're, you know, building in one of these projects live, link to that is also in the description below. It's just twitch.tv/ twitch.tv/8bit_Josh. So yeah, we would love to have you come hang out, come say hello. Oh yeah, I did put another sleeping thing here, so get a nice look at the tiger. I like how, oh, he's tired. Yep, going to sleep. Perfect timing. But yeah, so brand new project. We're gonna have a lot more of these. I'm gonna try to make, you know, the scenes, I guess you would call them, unique for each one. It's not gonna be like, this is a corner of a downtown area, this is another corner of a downtown area. I already have like the next couple episodes ready to go. My hope is to get these done, get these videos out about once a week. I may not always do that just because, you know, I got a whole lot of, you know, doing stuff, IRL stuff and all that. If I don't get one out one week, please don't be mad. I promise I'll have another one very soon. But yeah, so let me know down in the comments what you think of this project. Let me know what you think of the tiger ruin here, and let me know what you think of, you know, just the idea of the project overall. I guess it's nighttime or sleepy time. They're both sleeping. But yeah, I'm excited to get this series going. If you would like to check out my previous series, Meridian Springs, I'll put a link up at the top right of the corner of the video. And as always, I'm 8-Bit Josh, and thanks for watching. See ya.